Hello everyone, this is Garrett, and this is 1001 Spikes. The Temple of the Dead mourns the living, and it says a whole bunch of other text. This is a platformer game. I've not actually played this game before. This is going to be my first playthrough, and it was bought to me by my good friend Sectus, who made a deal with me that if he bought me this game, I would spend the first minute of every video of this playthrough advertising his wonderful YouTube channel, youtube.com/fluffyquack. I probably won't do that every video. It's very unlikely I'll actually remember. But without further ado, I'm also pretty sure the minute didn't finish yet. But just imagine that it did finish and that we start playing now. It's a platformer game. It's apparently really hard, which is always fun. I don't see what could possibly go wrong. And we are going to the Cliff of No Way Back. And the goal, from what I understand, is basically to just beat the levels, really, and collect some skulls. I have basically played through the first, like, 3 or 4 levels or something before I stopped and just went to start recording it, really. So, with that said, we can throw knives with the X and B buttons on our gamepad. We can jump with A, we can jump higher with a Y, and we can talk to mice by holding up on the analog stick. Like this guy is saying, my friends are kind of shy. Press Axis 2+ to talk to them. Stick around, they may have a lot to say. Axis 2+, basically, just as the icon above his head implies. Just press up. And this guy gives you some information on how to press buttons. This guy gives you some more information about the first jump being slightly high, like barely high enough to jump on top of things. This one's telling you how to jump a bit higher. This thing is a little crooked, so we can attack it. There's a skull inside it. It gives you a 1-up. I'm not really sure how important lives are. We start off with 1001 lives, as you can see in the top left. And I don't know what is going to happen when we lose all of those. But we'll see, maybe, what happens. Also, we have to collect the keys, get the key, and exit the door in each level. Simple, yeah. Alrighty, move right along. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We collected the key, and we beat level 1 in a mere minute and 19 seconds. Which is incredibly slow, but it's fine. Also, it doesn't really show off the things in the bottom correctly. I'm not really sure why it's calling things like button 11 and button 12, but I don't know. It might just be something with the game, I suppose. I'm not going to question it. We're just going to move on to the next level, where we're going to use our jumping prowess to get places. Try a high jump at the edge of the cliff above. Watch out for the hole below, though. So basically, don't fall in the pit and jump from here, and it's pretty good. So many spikes, so much death. Be careful. Watch your step. Now, as you can see, there's a spike going up and down. And there's a skull right there, which is slightly out of reach. But it is possible to get it. You can kind of tell what's going to happen with the platforms because these platforms look exactly the same as the ones with the spike on it. The other ones look slightly different. This platform underneath me right here is one of the crooked ones as well. I don't know if you can attack it. I've not gotten that far, but that one is indestructible as well. So it might just be that the one in level 1 looks a little bit different, but the ones in the remaining levels just all look the same. I don't know. I'm going to talk to this mouse. Yeah, better to move on if you can't get those skulls. And with that particular skull, if you stand on this platform, it starts to fall down, and you can grab it like that. And like I said, I've basically played the first 3 levels, so after a while I'm gonna get to a point where I don't know what I need to do, when that is where the frustration is most likely going to start. And it already sort of starts off here. Watch it, the statue spit poisonous spikes, time your jumps carefully. And as you can see, he is throwing various spikes at me. Like this little mouse says, you can hit the darts with your own weapon if you're quick. I'm not gonna do that right here because it seems a little bit dangerous, but it is something you can do, and I believe you have to do it later parts of the levels. There are statue types that react to you and suddenly activate. Remember to keep that in mind. So basically, it just means the moment you get over here, that statue starts to spit spikes at you, and that's kind of scary. You don't want that to happen at all. But now that we got the key, the music changes, and this mouse tells me that we can move this block. And again, pay close attention to all the blocks over here because there's a lot of nastiness going on. Just wait for spikes to go up and down, and then we move forward. This particular button here makes a lot of platforms appear in the more darkened areas, but we're not going to press that. I feel asleep! I don't know what that means. But basically, we're going to have to be a little bit careful. If we press that button, it's going to be impossible to get that skull over there. As you can see, one of the more darker squares over there, it would basically be blocking it off, so that's kind of bad. but we have got to be aware and not let our guard down, because if you look closely, the statue of the little head over here above us looks slightly different than the one below us, and that's because the one above us is actually going to throw spikes at us, which is not nice at all. It's actually quite bad. And I might actually just press this button right now, so you can see what happens when you press it, and it makes this jumping segment a little bit easier, but still a little bit scary as well. As you can see, we can now easily attack the spikes that are coming out, but given that we have shot that, or well, press that button, we could just jump all the way over there, and all is good. And that was the last level I actually played before I started recording. So from this point on, it's going to be entirely blind, and it's going to be great. Press, I guess, down or button to attack. You have limited projectiles on the screen. So yeah, we can basically only throw 3 knives from the look of things. I don't know what Axis 2 is though. No, I don't know what that button means. But we're just gonna shoot these guys, not worry about it. As long as these guys die, then everything should be good. And we can already see the next key waiting for us there. That was probably a little bit dangerous because that thing right there does look a little bit like one of those dangerous faces. Oh, it does look a little bit different than the other one, so maybe it wasn't dangerous after all. Either way, I want to get rid of all these guys. They scare me. I don't know if there's any benefit to just destroying everyone on the stage, or if you're better off just running past them. I believe there is an achievement for speed running through the entire game, like beat the entire game in 30 minutes or something like that. So the game probably isn't very long, but it's mostly going to have good longevity because it's rather hard in the end. Just keep going even if it looks like a dead end. And indeed, the platform goes down and moves us forward. That little face over there does look like one of the ones that might start shooting at us. I don't know. We'll start seeing that. Check out those old moving platforms. Thanks, Mas. It's a good thing these mice are giving us good advice, because otherwise we might have gotten stuck. But fortunately, that didn't happen this time. I'm a little bit worried about that thing right there, but I'm just going to keep shooting at it. But it looks like we should be fine. Oh god, that was not nice at all. That nearly destroyed us. And there is a skull over there. The rock just looked a little bit different, and it never hurts to try and shoot things in the end. We get an extra life for getting those, I believe. And as such, ooh, we unlocked a color change. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's gonna be the bee's knees. There was a thing in like over here in like the top left of the screen. It says enter. I'm not really sure what that means though. It sort of seems to imply like a 2-player mode maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. This mouse doesn't have anything to say at all, which is a little bit odd. But fair enough. I'm not really sure how to change color, but I'm sure we might figure that out in the long run. I wonder if it was a bad idea to move this over here, because it looks a little bit too easy the way it looks now, but we'll see, I suppose. Oh, darn. Well, you are both dead, so yeah, I guess with the start button I accidentally activated local co-op, which was not exactly what I meant to do, so I'm gonna see if I can find a way to get that person out of my game. Okay, I got him out by just basically going all the way back to the main menu again, but fair enough. We unlocked the little green guy though, and when I went to the world map, which is over here, there are like button 13 is color change apparently. I don't know what button 13 is, which I might want to assign that to something. Oh, it's oh, there we go. If we press X, then we change color. If we press B, we go black, of course, but I'll just go with the red one, I think, because that one looks pretty cool. And now we can try to beat this level again. This time we're going to try not to get killed by spikes. I think that would probably be a good plan of action right there. This time I'm actually more aware of it, that they exist, which is always good, of course. And I have no idea how I'm supposed to... Well, actually I do have an idea how I might be able to get that skull. If this thing goes down, then I might be able to just stand over here and just wait for it to go down. There we go. Barely worked out, but we got it in the end. And all's good in the world. If you're stuck, open the menu with button 5 and retry. I guess button 5 is probably start, yeah. I imagine that's probably what that means. And I most likely don't want to get killed there, but let's see. If you're good, it's good to carefully scout complicated traps from a safe area. Well, this is not the most complicated trap, but maybe I'm underestimating it. Maybe there's going to be some spikes which are going to come out of the wall or something. I don't know. Either way, I'm a little bit worried. Remember what you went through. You're on your own, buddy. So maybe that was... Gosh darn it. Well, I guess maybe that's like the last instance of those mice that we're ever gonna see in this game. It's very possible. Which is a little bit sad. Those mice were pretty cute and they were very helpful. Like, I feel asleep was probably one of the most helpful tips I've seen so far. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna edit this video series. Because on the one hand, I kind of want to do it. But on the other hand, I'm lazy. So we'll see how non-lazy I'm gonna be when it comes to actually editing these videos. There probably are gonna be places where I'm just gonna have so much trouble I'll just start editing out deaths because it just wouldn't be very interesting to watch, really. Now let's just lower this thing as well. That's probably how it... Oh, that thing goes down way quicker than the other one. Well, so much for that, I suppose. Fortunately, with the power of video editing, we can totally make our way back up here really easily. And just do it with the strategies that have been taught to me by my great master, Video Edit Monstrosus. And we may listen to the advice of these mice without our lives being in peril, and instead just jump past the spikes and survive another day to reach the next level, which is, of course, 1/6. And who knows what kind of mysterious things we're going to find here. Mysterious platforms hidden between mysterious caves, which are all very mysterious, and a tiny flagpole, which immediately breaks. The Elder spoke about a time with no checkpoint. Well, of course. Why would there be checkpoints in this game, right? Why would they be so nice to have checkpoints in some of the longer levels? That would just be too easy, wouldn't it? We're gonna live in a time without checkpoints, just like the Elders back in them days. Until then, we're gonna explore the land, go over bridges which look totally safe, very safe indeed, and just move onwards. And now, unfortunately, no one's gonna be able to follow us, but I'm sure that's not gonna be any issue. Through that door is Ukampa Ruins. Are you ready? Of course I am. We gotta find a skull first. And we're just gonna blow up every single brick in this house until we find it. And, well, okay, we're gonna press that button a little bit quicker. But we're just gonna... Alright, cool. We found the secret skull. Now we can leave content, knowing that we have collected the secret one-ups which were waiting for us previously. The Tower of Danar mode is unlocked. I don't know what that mode is, but it's probably not story mode. Father is missing. Father is missing. Return immediately. Tina. It was shortly after I had completed my task in Istanbul that I received this irritating news. Something. He had earned a fortune as a young explorer and later become a successful entrepreneur. Nevertheless, he still yearned for adventure and eventually he gave into his wanderlust and retired. My father was selfish and didn't care about the impact his reckless actions had on the people who cared about him. After a number of arguments, he suddenly decided that he would leave his estate and his entire fortune to my sister. That's why I look so angry and grumpy. I was young and level-headed, but this decision pushed me over the edge. He was being completely unreasonable, yet he refused to listen to anyone. I've earned my fortune all on my own, and if you were a real man, you'd do the same. You don't deserve a single cent from me. That's what he said. But much of the world's treasures have been discovered by the older generations. The great treasure islands are just myths. Eventually, I moved out and used my young, healthy body to engage in some shady jobs. They require a yellow jacket, after all. I've noticed several months have passed. Calendars help me in this situation. The outskirts of Bristol, England, Jim Hawkins Memorial Museum. Paulet Island? I've never heard of that before. Where is it?
It's located in the Antarctic.
The Antarctic?
Yeah, I tried to stop him, but...
What? An imbecile doing such stupid stuff at his old age? What an imbecile, even?
apparently he had fallen into a crevasse.
That idiot.
The head positions of the Hawkins Foundation was passed on to my sister, Tina Hawkins. Tina also became the director of the museum. She gave me something left behind by our father. I now realize that was said in his voice, not hers. So what's in this box? I'm not sure. Dad told me to give it to you if he were to die. Inside the box was a moldy old map and a letter he had written. The old man loved leaving notes behind.
Hey, you blistering idiot. If you're still alive, I suggest you use this map. It leads to the Ucampa ruins in South America. Rumor has it there's some golden door called Pokemon at the deepest part of the ruins. Untold treasures lie behind this door. I know you're a bonehead, so I feel I should warn you. This is no walk in the park. Many adventurers have perished at the mere sight of its traps. Even someone as great as I almost lost my life upon entering. If you really want to get in my good books, this treasure would be your best bet. Your ever-loving and generous father. Best wishes, you useless buffoon.
Ah, what a nuisance. Fine, I'll take your stupid offer. I don't care about that pocket monster or pumpkin mummy or whatever. I'm going to get those treasures and throw them in your stupid grave.
A couple days later, I deeply regretted falling for my father's trap. That low-life backstabbing Weasley old slime ball.
You sure told him a thing or two, man. And so I became a mouse. Oh, it's spikes! Levels of dead mourns the living. And it's a fairly reasonably large number of spikes which destroy mice eventually. Eventually? Maybe not. The spikes do not kill this day. Although he is forever trapped in that number, so that's kind of sad. But we're in the ruins now! That's... oh no. Okay, I fixed it. Everything ended up being pretty okay in the end. Nothing to worry about. I feel like this leads nowhere. Okay, cool. So this looks dangerous. Yeah, that thing opens. Let's see if I can get here. I don't know why. Okay, there is a skull there. I wasn't sure if that was part of the HUD or not, but it apparently is indeed the kind of skull that I want to pick up. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do once I start realizing that things kill me in this game. Which is eventually. I'll get to that point in the end. It just takes a while. 1 or 2 days. But so far, we're doing pretty okay. We got nothing to worry about. I like to keep moving at the one hand because there's a lot of stuff here which doesn't really appeal to me. But on the other hand, moving scares me. And it appears that we're gonna have to push that thing to the right because I don't really see any other way of getting the things to the stuff. I basically want to have this thing over there because I don't know how else to jump on top of the thing to the right, and that would be rather unfortunate, wouldn't it? All right, please don't kill me. Don't die. I believe in a thing called platform. Oh my god. Numerous lives later, I've made it here again. And this time, I am prepared for the platforms that killed me previously. Take that, world. You cannot kill me that easily more than once. I hope. That's what I'm hoping for. But it seems to be... Oh no. Oh no. We try again. At least the game is nice enough to give me a life every single time I pick up that skull. Because otherwise, I'd be in a pickle. I'd be in places where I wouldn't want to be. But the game's nice in that regard, and I appreciate that. I don't appreciate that, though. Alright, guys, we got this. Eventually, we can only die so much, so... Theoretically, we should be fine. See? It's an easy peasy game, and everyone can do it. I didn't die like 15 more times in between this part and the last part, so it's good. Alright, cool. What we got going on here? Overall, well, okay then. Apparently that platform falls down. How am I supposed to get past that? Maybe I am supposed to do a low jump. Or maybe, yeah, there we go. We just need to use strategy and not do that. That was a bad idea. And eventually I'll stop doing the same thing over and over, I promise, guys, but it always takes a while for me to get to that particular point. There we go. Alright, so that thing's gonna have a bunch of spikes coming out of it, and that's bad. So we're gonna take the safe route where nothing could possibly go wrong. And maybe kill some things in the progress. I saw those spikes. You're not gonna fool me like 15 times today. I'm ready for you. I'm gonna destroy everything that moves here and not get killed by these spikes here either. There we go. I know what I'm doing. I'm learning. I'm progressing through life in ways no one was ever gonna believe previously. Yeah. But we're doing things. I'm worried. Well, okay. Yeah, okay, this works. Is there a way I can somehow just jump that? Well, too late now. Too late to worry about such things, I suppose. Now I just need to get to the end without accidentally getting destroyed. I feel like this thing is gonna have spikes in it. It doesn't look like it does, though, huh? This is kind of a problem, though. We're gonna need to do some pretty silly jump, I feel. I don't think I can make this, like, in one go. Or can I? Oh, never mind. It was easy. Never mind. I'm just overthinking things. I am only a man. I apparently unlocked Commander Video from... I believe he's from the Bit Trip games. I don't know if he was more than in just Bit Trip Runner. He might have been in Bit Trip Beat as well, but I've not played this game in so long. But I'm pretty sure he was in Bit Trip Runner, so there you go. We unlocked that guy. Let's play as that guy, actually. Let's see if that makes any real difference. What was the button again? I think it was that one. That's just color change, though. How do I switch to Commander Video? Or can I do that while I'm playing? No. No, I can't. Oh, I can press B here and it switches to this thing. I have 0 out of 30 coins, I guess? I'm not really sure. But I can change Commander Video's colors as well to become different variations of him. Oh, but I would have to start from here again. Is there a difference between the characters? Oh, yeah, they shoot different projectiles, so that's pretty cool. I don't think I want to go start off at level 1 again, though, so we're just going to go back to Aban Hawkins. Good name. Oh, it actually says what game they're from. From Bit Trip Runner 2, specifically. Well, there you go, then. That was the Bit Trip Runner 2 version. Let's go with green for a while.